Hello and welcome to video 13.1, the only video for this evening, Tuesday, April 28th, and our final class meeting. This video is intended to cover some key items of class business and set us up for a viewing of the feature film, The Hurt Locker, this evening. A couple of items of class business to get us started, and the first thing I want to do is to share screens properly here and be able to talk us through some key issues. First, I hope that you and your family are doing really well and that we are adjusting successfully to this new and unexpected circumstances. So we're all doing fine here. My kids are both finishing up their online educational programs, both from Kenyon College and from 8th grade at the Worcester High School, and doing pretty well. And here I am teaching online. Well, this is the last online class session anyway for this spring semester, something I never thought I would do, but something that I'm getting used to and getting a little more comfortable and familiar with. Some aspects of it are even a little bit fun, like my appearance today from the Oval Office, where I am leading our class meeting focused on key issues. Class business includes the following: a reminder for you that you have turned in by now your critical essay on heroism in film. And I hope that went really well. I hope you found it both interesting and engaging, that you approached it probably from a creative perspective and made some connections. I thought I would just mention to you that I've learned a lot over the years through this assignment. I've learned about the heroism on film of characters like Neo in The Matrix, like Mulan, like Katniss Everdeen in the Hunger Games series, or Frodo and Bilbo Baggins, or Woody from Toy Story. And then some stretches. I've read papers focused on Lady Bird, the film Lady Bird, which is a lot of fun, and even Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. So I'm learning things through these essays, and I look forward to reading your work in the next week or so. Looking back, I also wanted to make a connection back to our class from last week, where we talked about the true costs of war and the struggles that so many soldiers face. I hope you found that exploration engaging and that you found the documentary film, Alive Day Memories, Home from Iraq, to be a powerful message conveying perseverance and hope in the face of dramatic challenges. These soldiers injured in the war in Iraq returned to the United States for healing, for medical care, but also for planning for the future. And you saw through their words and through the statements in support of their families that they were looking to the future with resolve. I found that film inspiring every time I watch it, and I hope that you found it similarly engaging. Class business for tonight. Tonight, we are covering key business items, including reminding you about the take-home final examination. The take-home final exam has been distributed by email today, Tuesday, April 28th, to you. An opportunity for you to write some reflective essays that draw on and cite course material and share your thoughts about themes we've discussed together in this class this semester. You see the message here, though, and that is that this is about reflection and expression, that I've created a take-home exam format that's a little more open-ended and that will give you a chance to write some interesting things. I trust that that work will go well. I stand ready to talk with any of you about questions or issues that arise during office hours. And a reminder that that final project is due back on Thursday, May 7th by 12 noon Worcester time as a Word document attachment to your email. I hope that you'll find that assignment engaging, and we'll have a little bit of fun with that, expressing and reflecting on what you've learned during this semester. There's one more item of class business that I can think of, and that is to let you know that I'm also going to reach out to you with an anonymous survey to gather your reflections about this spring's experience in the class. I'm so interested in how you adjusted to the changes that occurred about midway through our semester, how you feel about some of the new modes of instruction that you're receiving in this class, and maybe compared to others, and whether or not you feel like we've achieved some of our key educational objectives. So we're going to send this out as an anonymous survey. It's a real easy thing to fill out, shouldn't take you very long. And that input is going to be so helpful for me to receive back after the grading period has elapsed for this semester, to receive back and have a chance to reflect on how things went. I'm learning along the way, just like you are. And these are going to be helpful and constructive comments that I know will give good feedback for me as I imagine any future hybridization of my teaching for really any reason. So let me tell you really what we're about tonight. Normally, what we would do is we'd be meeting together face to face on the last night of our class meeting schedule. And I would say, welcome. Let me receive from you your heroism on film essays. I look forward to reading those. And our final item of class business is, in fact, viewing together the feature film, The Hurt Locker. Very quickly, after covering a few items of business, we shift right into film viewing mode. In fact, normally when we're together for the semester, I bring popcorn and drinks for the class so that we can enjoy the film setting together. But in this case, I popped a little here to set myself up to view the film again, and maybe you could do the same thing back home. I'm sorry we can't do that together, but we'll do it virtually here, right? In the same spirit. And in that spirit, we're going to set you up to watch the feature film this evening, The Hurt Locker. The Hurt Locker is a critically acclaimed film on the realities of war. But it's also a film that explores deeply these questions we've embraced and wrestled with all semester about how war can be a draw, how war can be an addiction, about how that experience is something gripping that in some cases we cannot shake. Critics loved this film when it was released in 2009. Roger Ebert rated it as one of the best films of the decade of the 2000s. I love his little quote description. He said, "The Hurt Locker is a great film, an intelligent film, a film shot clearly so we know exactly who everybody is and where they are and what they're doing and why. A clear embrace and examination of the war experience." Critics especially focus on the accomplishments of director Catherine Bigelow for this film. The construction of the shots and scenes, the camera angles, the way that she takes the viewer right up close to very dangerous situations where explosions could occur at any second, builds tension in all kinds of ways through the construction of the film. Many, many critics raved about this film. Perhaps the greatest praise for director Catherine Bigelow's work in this came from her ex-husband, famous director James Cameron, who said about this film, "I think The Hurt Locker could be the platoon for the Iraq War." So a connection back to the strong work of Oliver Stone in Platoon, encouraging viewers to embrace up close the realities of war. The writing and the screenplay are from Mark Bowl. Mark Bowl was an embedded journalist in Iraq during the Iraq War, and he came home to write about his experiences, including experiences following or working with EOD, explosive ordnance disposal teams, right on the front lines of the insurgency in Iraq. I love this film for a lot of reasons. I love the dialogue. I like what the characters say. I like the silences as well that you'll see, and the incredible technical skill in use of things like sound, framing, lighting. You'll see all that very clearly in the film you're about to watch. One more thing, and that is, of course, the usual content warning. This film includes graphic imagery, a lot of profanity, adult language, and subjects, and so I'll encourage you to watch this with caution. I hope that you find this film as powerful and engaging and as good a summation of some of the themes that we have discussed, say from Hedges in January to now across our semester. Finally, I'll thank you for all of your time and engagement in this class this semester and remind you that you can always reach me with questions about the class or even sign up for a face-to-face virtual office hour by going to my online appointment portal at jeffreylantis.youcanbook.me to sign up for a time where we might talk in the next week or two. I wish you the best of luck on the final exam and on all your work toward the end of this semester. Thank you.